Well, hey guys, and welcome once more to me doing a video about something that's super awesome, but yet me being really, really late. I'm reminded of when I did my second video about the X-Files coming back, and it had already been out in the news for like a month or two. This particular subject I'm talking about today, it's kind of the same way. It's already been confirmed for a couple of weeks that the Kickstarter for Shenmue 3 had was successful, and actually it was successful on day one, I think. But if you didn't see my E3 video that I did, this is one of the 3 games that was announced at E3 that makes me want to buy a PS4. And while those other games are going to take a while, the other 2, The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy VII Remake, are going to take a while before they're probably going to have any kind of anything about them, other than the fact that I was able to pre-order them on Amazon. Shenmue 3 seemed like the most proactive one, even though it's not supposed to be out for like 2+ years. But it had a Kickstarter that started the night of E3. And that night, when I found out about it, I was like, well, screw it. I guess I'm going to have to get in on this. But I guess what really made it feel real and tangible in a way was when the Kickstarter was done and I was checking my bank account that night. It actually didn't go through for me until the next day. My money was taken out and I was like, that's it, I've bought my first PS4 game. Shenmue 3 Kickstartered, and successfully so. Now the goal for the Kickstarter was $2 million. And I'm sure it'll say it right in here somewhere. Met its initial target of $2 million in under 8 hours, making it the fastest Kickstarter campaign to reach that amount. The campaign ended in July, having raised over $6 million. It was something like $6.33 million altogether, becoming the most funded video game ever in Kickstarter history and the 6th most funded campaign in Kickstarter history. So, I mean, that's all great. That's all awesome. I know that Yu Suzuki and his team were laying out stretch goals all the way up to 10 million. I would have loved to have seen it hit that. I would also love to believe that with Sony's backing of some sort, that they could still maybe hit some of those marks. I'd hate, because I guess that's what I don't like / don't really understand about Kickstarters. When you lay out all these things, especially with a game, and you say, here's our stretch goals. If we can reach this amount of money, this will be in the game. You don't reach that amount of money, you've basically told everybody, we could do this, but you guys didn't give us enough money, so now we can't do that. That's a bummer. Like I said, I'm hoping, and I know that there's a lot of negativity surrounding this. There's a lot of reason, I guess, for some people to be suspicious of this and not agree with the way that they did it. I'm just happy that it's going to happen. But I don't, like I said, I don't really care for the idea of we could give you a game and we could have all this, but since you didn't give us enough money, it's not going to happen, that kind of thing. Like, for one thing, I don't know if this game is going to get actual physical releases for the PC and the PlayStation 4 that will go on store shelves. Like at my Walmart, will I see it on my shelves? Or are the only physical copies for those who backed it? Will down the road, the only way people can buy it in the future be digitally? All the more reason why I'm glad that I jumped on it. I initially pledged for the PC version because the physical PS4 version was not released until I think a couple weeks in. So I was like, well, I want something that's going to sit on the shelf back there. So if the PC version is it, then that's what it'll be. But now I get to have an actual physical version for the PS4 that will be mine, and I just gotta wait a little more than 2 years for it. And I realize this video is probably all over the place. I'm not really making any sense, or I'm not flowing smoothly. I'm just excited like everybody else that I've been watching on YouTube, from Adam Korlick to Happy Console Gamer to Alpha Omega Sin and countless other people who are all just super excited to see that this was happening. You can count me amongst those ranks. I'm so happy that Shenmue 3 is going to happen. I'm a guy who's only beat the first game once. I've never even played the second game, and that's all that I needed to know that this had to happen. And I'm just so happy that it is. And to all the naysayers and all the negative people and everybody who's just so suspicious about this, we'll just have to see. Let's see what happens over the next 2 years. I would have no problem whatsoever saying, you were right, and I was wrong, and all the rest of us were wrong. Something shady was going on, or we're going to get shortchanged in some way. I don't know. But I look at it like this. If the game gets released in 2 years, December 2017 roughly, if the game gets released and I get the game and I'm able to play the game, my $60 that I spent, that's what I spent on it. The price of a standard video game nowadays, that's what I spent on it. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. I spent my money on it. I take that chance. But if I spend that money on it and the game never releases to me, or if it releases as a complete and total mess, it's not complete, whatever, that's when I would be upset. I don't care about who's funding what or who's helping with what, why they're doing it, what their stake in it is. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Who cares? I just want that game. I want it to be complete, and I want to say on the record here, from my point of view and my opinion, let this be it for the Shenmue saga. Let this be the end of Ryo's journey. Let's not be like, hey, we got 3. Let's leave it open-ended. Maybe we'll get a Shenmue 4. If it doesn't happen, that would be devastating. Let's wrap this up. Let's figure this all out. I just want to see it, and I don't want to wait another, 13 years for another installment to come out. If they wanted to do some DLC stuff later on, but I'd hate for the series itself to end with a couple DLC packs for this. That's why I want to see this be it. I'd love to see Yu Suzuki and his team not jump on the microtransaction thing. Let's not jump on a bunch of DLC, unless you want to be cool like CD Projekt Red did with Witcher 3, and where the majority, if not all of the DLC is free. Don't turn it into a, well, let's get some more of that money. Let's get some more of that money. Hey, it's the only chance we probably have, right? Oh God, I so don't want to see that. But anyway, that's it. This video probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. I didn't really plan anything other than I just wanted to talk about Shenmue 3 getting funded. We did it. It's happening. We saved Shenmue. I was so happy for several months to be a part of the tweet-a-thons and follow all the Shenmue Twitter sites and this Kickstarter and all that. I'm just super happy right now. It's pretty awesome. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. Thanks for watching this, and see you next time.